I know you think Hausa negation is just saying ba, right? I need you to think again. In fact, let me share something with you. The first time I heard someone try to negate in Hausa, he said, Ina ba chin abinci. And I just looked at him. He looked at me. We both knew something was wrong. Because why? In Hausa, you don't just sprinkle ba like salt. No. Hausa negation wraps around the sentence like a sandwich. And today we are breaking it down because if you misplace ba in Hausa, you can change the meaning, you can embarrass yourself, you can confuse elders. And in some cases, guess what? You can accidentally insult someone. So let's begin. But then this video is divided into parts. So sit tight and relax and listen carefully. We are also going to be doing some tests in between. So get ready to use your chat button and the comment section. And one more thing, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications right now. Let's go. Let's start with simple positive sentences. Ina chin abinci. Ina chin abinci. If you've been learning on this channel, you already know what this means. And it means I am eating food. Now, if you want to say I am not eating food, do you say ina ba chin abinci? That's totally wrong. Hausa says ba na chin abinci ba. Ba at the beginning, ba at the end. Like you're making sandwiches. The ba surrounds the verb. So imagine you're at home and your friend says, Kana chin abinci? Which means, are you eating? You reply, ba na chin abinci ba, which means I am not eating. If you forget the last ba, it sounds incomplete. Even though it's not entirely wrong, but it sounds incomplete. But if you forget the first ba, it's totally wrong. In fact, it's entirely wrong. It must surround the verb. Let's take the first example again.
Ina chin abinci, I am eating. Ba na chin abinci, I am not eating. The second example is, Kana chin abinci? Are you eating? Talking to a male person. And the reply is, if you're not eating, you say, Ba na chin abinci ba. Ba na chin abinci ba. That is, I am not eating. Let's now look at some real-life examples. The market. You go to the market, the seller says, Kana son nama? Kana son nama? Which means, do you want meat? Kana son nama? If you don't want meat, you say, Ba na son nama. Ba na son nama ba. I do not want meat. If you say, Na son nama ba, you've broken the grammar. In fact, Hausa is so strict about negation, and any mistake or omission breaks the sentence or renders it incorrect. The second one is that imagine your friend says, Kana zuwa bikin? Kana zuwa bikin, which is, are you coming for the party? Are you coming for the party? But you're not going. How do you say it? Kana zuwa bikin. Let's take it again. Kana zuwa bikin. Are you coming for the party? So, how do you say, I am not coming for the party? You can leave your response in the comment section. So the correct response is, Ba na zuwa bikin ba. Ba na zuwa bikin ba. Did you get it? Don't worry if you didn't get it, but just know that you're learning and you're going to do better. Fit tight, more examples are still coming and little tests for you to do. Now let's talk about past tenses. Na tafi kasuwa. Na, I, tafi went to, kasuwa the market. The negative form is ban tafi kasuwa ba. Ban tafi kasuwa ba. Do you notice something? We have ba plus na. Ba plus na makes ban, B-A-N. Hausa does not like stress at all. It contracts ba and na to form ban. If you say something like ba na tafi kasuwa, it's an entirely different thing. It means that you're not going to the market. But the question here is that you did not go to the market. So, ban tafi kasuwa ba. I did not go to the market. So, Hausa language also contracts ba and ya to form bay. So, we don't say baya to select, to negate sentences. We say bay. But other pronouns remain in their original form, like baki tafi, basu tafi, bakotafi. But for he, we know ya is he, but when you want to negate, you say bay. Let's now dramatize it a little bit. Your mother asks you, Kinje makaranta jiya? Kinje makaranta jiya? This means, did you go to school yesterday? But then you didn't go to school, oh. What you say is, ban je makaranta ba. Or you can just make, ban je makaranta jiya ba. Or, jiya, ban je makaranta ba. You don't go saying, ba na je makaranta ba. That's wrong. It would be a very wrong sentence to make. Let's look at the male scenario. The male scenario would be kachi abinchi. So the first one we used kin because it's female, but yeah, we are saying ka. So kachi abinchi. Did you eat? Or have you eaten? But you didn't get food, or you say banchi abinchi ba, not na chi abinchi ba. The sentence is so wrong. The correct response is, if you did not eat, the correct response is banchi abinchi ba. You need the ba, most importantly, at the beginning of your sentence. Ba at the beginning of your sentence. If you miss the one at the end, your sentence will just sound incorrect. Sorry, it will sound incomplete. But if you miss the ba at the beginning, it's both incomplete, in fact, it's incorrect and does not exist. Okay? Let's now gradually move to a hospital scene. You walk into a hospital, you sit down, a doctor comes to you. Maybe you've been given medications to take, and the doctor comes to you. The first thing the doctor might want to ask is, if you're a female, the doctor would ask, Kin sha magani? Kin sha magani? Have you taken medication? Have you taken medicine? Have you taken drugs? So if you didn't take any medications, or if you haven't taken any medication, the correct answer would be ban sha magani ba. Ban sha magani ba. But if you say na sha ba, oh my God, the doctor will look so confused. In fact, I'm confused. I'm totally confused. Let's do a quick quiz. So this time you drop your responses in the comments section. The question is, if na zo gida means I came home, listen carefully. If na zo gida means I came home, what is I didn't come home? If na zo gida means I came home, what is I did not come home? Hope you got it. Use the comment section to drop your responses. So let's look at the pronoun he. He. So he is ya. He chimpo means ya zo kita. Ya zo kita. The negatives. The negative here would be baizo kita ba. Baizo kita ba. Remember, we said ba and ya contracts to form bay. So the answer is baizo kita ba. So we are going to answer the following questions in the comment section. Ta karanta littafi means she read a book. Ta karanta littafi. This is the context. I'm trying to put the question together. Ta karanta littafi means she read a book. How then would you negate this sentence? How would you negate this sentence? How would you say she didn't read a book? Comment your answer in the comment section, or leave your answer in the comment section. So did you get it right? The right answer is bata karanta littafi ba. Bata karanta littafi ba. Let's now turn to future sentences. Positive and negative sentences, of course. So, zan tafi, I will go. Ba zan tafi ba, I will not go. Let's take it again. Zan tafi, I will go. Ba zan tafi ba, I will not go. The structure when making future sentences or when making future negative sentences, it's ba plus za plus the pronoun plus verb plus ba. Let's take it again. The structure is ba plus za, then pronoun, then verb and ba. Let's dramatize it. Drum roll. So, a friend says, Zaki zo gida? Zaki zo gida? Or let's change the sentence. Let's say, Zaki zo gobe? Zaki zo gobe, which means, will you come tomorrow? Gobe in Hausa means tomorrow. Gobe means tomorrow. And then you know that you're not going home. You know you're not going tomorrow. Or, sorry, you know you're not coming tomorrow. But then you went ahead to say, zan zo. Haba, habda mana. You should say, bazan zo ba. Bazan zo ba. Some tone can be bazan zo da. Or bazan zo da. Here we added which means no. In Hausa, if you say ZAN BA zo ba, no, it doesn't even hit. I'm so confused. So your response is not ZAN BA zo ba. That's wrong. You should say bazan zo ba, meaning I will not come. The literal translation actually is negative action and whatever. Negative action and negative. So, not I will, come not. It's so funny, but that is the pattern it follows when you're negating sentences in Hausa. Let's do some more examples. Za su zo? Za su zo? You obviously know this is a question because of the way my tone is. Za su zo, meaning will they come? And then I want to respond by saying, in fact, what will be the response? If you know the response, just put it in the chat. But regardless, you should say, Baza su zo ba. That is if they will not come. Baza su zo ba. They will not come. So your colleague at work, let's imagine you're at work. You have colleagues that speak Hausa language. And you were just probably sitting doing nothing. And your colleague at work says to you, "Hey man, za ka yi aiki?" Za ka yi aiki, which means, will you work? Or would you work? Right? Would you work? How do you respond? Now remember the pattern. Ba plus za plus pronoun plus verb plus ba. So your response should be bazan yi aiki ba. That is if you're not going to work. Alright? If you're not working, bazan yi aiki ba. Maybe you're tired. You can just say bazan yi aiki ba. Na gaji. That's I will not work. I am tired. Now your auntie is shouting. We are now diving into a different form at schools. Negative sentences or sentences that are not positive. Now your auntie is shouting, "Kada ka taɓa wutar nan. Kada ka taɓa wutar nan. Kada ka taɓa wutar nan." This means don't touch this fire. Don't touch this fire. Don't touch this fire. Another example is kada ka fita da dare. Kada ka fita da dare. Or kada ki fita da dare. I just changed the pronoun. It means don't go out at night. Dare means night. Fita is to go out. And kada, if you notice something, it's no longer ba, 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 ba. We use kada, 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 which is like saying don't, don't, don't. If you go ahead to say baka fitaba, which means you did not go out. That's a statement. It's different from trying to caution somebody not to do something. Baka fitaba is just saying you didn't go out. It's a statement. But if you say kada kafita, that's a command. There's a huge difference. It's a command. Do not go out. Don't go out. Do not go out. That's an expression. It's a command I want to say. Let's look at some special expressions in Hausa language. Sometimes someone says to you, or you just hear people say, "Kai wannan gaskiya ne." Kai wannan gaskiya ne. Meaning, this is true. This is true. Or they say, "Wannan gaskiya ne." Now, listen to the tone. I need to also emphasize that Hausa is a tonal language. So you need to listen to the tone. Wannan gaskiya ne? You already know is a question I'm asking. And that means, is this true? Then, wannan gaskiya ne? I'm just making a statement. Or I'm affirming something. And that means, this is true. And in Hausa language, means no. Means no. Means yes. Or means no. Means yes. So if the question wannan gaskiya ne, you want to say yes, it's true. You just sing
But if it's not true, you can say ba gaskiya bane, or you say ba haka ba. It's not like that. Ba haka ba. Not like that. It's not like that. So let's do a final test. You have to say this loud and hear yourself. Listen to the tone,
so that you know for yourself for sure if you're getting the tone. Otherwise, you can always replay each section of the video or each part of the video. You can say na sha ruwa, ban sha ruwa ba, ban sha ruwa ba. Zan je Kano. Zan je Kano. Ba zan je Kano ba. Ba zan je Kano ba. Tana zuwa. Tana zuwa. Ba ta zuwa ba. Ba ta zuwa ba. Sun tafi gida jiya. Sun tafi gida jiya. Ba su tafi gida jiya ba. Ba su tafi gida jiya ba. Kada ka kira ni. Kada ta kira ni. Ka kira ni. Ka kira ni. Kada ku yi surutu. Kada ku yi surutu. Kada ku yi surutu. Ina magana. Ina magana. Ba ka magana. Ba ka magana. Ba ta magana. Ba ta magana. Ba sa magana. Ba ma magana. Ba ku magana. An alternative way. Ba na magana ba. Ba ta magana ba. Ba ta magana ba. Ba ya magana ba. Ba sa magana ba. Ba ma magana ba. Ba ku magana ba. If you've been following this video, you already know the pattern that these negative sentences follow. If you can do this confidently, you understand Hausa negation. Negation, to be honest, in Hausa is not random. You have to put this at the back of your mind. Negation in Hausa is not random. It has structure, it has pattern, logic, and once you master it, you sound very, very fluent. Absolutely fluent. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about something very important. Like I said, Hausa language is a tonal language, just like many other African languages. So if you're being asked a question and you just want to affirm that question by answering yes. Maybe somebody just asks you, are you home? And you want to respond, yes, I'm home. You simply repeat the question. In fact, even in English, are you home? You just say, yes, I am home. So you're affirming what they asked you by responding yes. So you simply repeat the question in Hausa but with a statement kind of tone, like very flat and smooth. You know, when they ask you a question, they say, are you home? So for example, are you home? Let's say I'm talking to a female. I'll be like, Kina gida ne? Are you home? Kina gida ne? Well, kina gida? Are you home? So, and if you're home, your response obviously would be, yes, I am home. Now you're talking about yourself. Yes, I am ina home gida. So, ina gida. If you're not home, what would you be? Ba na gida. Ba na gida. Let me point out something clear. When you're negating a sentence to say something that you did in the past, we say ban. Ban. But if it is a present tense you're making, we use bana. So, bantafi, I did not go. Bana, ugida, I am not home. It's a present tense you're making, but bantafi is already a past tense. So don't confuse the two. The next example we can use here is Zaka tafi makaranta is a question. Zaka tafi makaranta? If it is yes, I will go to school. So this question is, will you go to school? I'm talking to a guy here because of ka. But if it's a female, it's ki in the pronoun usage. So, zaka tafi makaranta? Will you go to school? Of course, if you want to go to school, you say, yes, I will go to school. So you respond, zan tafi makaranta. Zan tafi makaranta. If it is no, ba zan tafi makaranta ba. Or ba zan tafi makaranta ba. Try making more examples yourself. And you can leave them in the comments. You can ask questions. You can make your own sentences. And I will definitely comment if it is correct or not. Alright, this is where we hang our boots. I hope you got something from this video. Now is the right time to share it. It's the right time to share everything that you've learned. Share it with somebody who is trying to learn Hausa, whether they are abroad, for family, travel, work, relationship, and all. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel and turn on your post notifications. So I'm going to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.